Hello and welcome to this video where I'm going to show you how to download and install Gimp. Gimp is a free and open source image editor. It is cross-platform application, which means it can be used on various operating systems. For example, it can be used on Windows, Linux, OS X, and so on. It is free, which means anyone can download it without having to pay a single cent. It is open source, which means the development code is open and everyone has access to it, and you can modify and distribute those changes without any restrictions. So now let's go to gimp.org website to download the installer. All you need to do is go in your browser and type gimp.org, gimp.org. So this is their homepage, and on the homepage you click the download button. You will find that the current version of Gimp is version 2.10.20. So if you click that orange button there, then it will take you to this page here. So as you can see, I'm using Microsoft Windows. The system can detect that I'm using Windows. If I was using Linux, it will detect, then I'll have the Linux installer. If for some reason the system fails to detect, then you can select here your operating system so you can download the correct installer. So for Windows, you have two options here. You can either use a BitTorrent downloader, or you can download directly from Gimp website. So we're going to use direct download from Gimp website. So you click this orange button here. It's downloading, and I'll just pause and I'll be back after the download. Okay, it is finished downloading and we're back now. So you double click on the executable file, then it will take you to this screen here where you need to choose the language. The default language is English, but if you click on this drop down, you'll find that there are a couple of languages there that you can install. So we're going to leave it at English and we click OK. There are two options here which I will explain in turn. You can either click the install. If you select this, it will do a default install. This will install all the default selections. Use this option if you are a beginner. Then the other option is the customize option, which we're going to use in this tutorial. This is for a power or advanced user because it will give you the option to select which components you want to install and which components you do not want to install. So if you click customize, this will take you to the license agreement. This one is called the GNU General Public License. So this is where you have to accept the license agreement, otherwise it won't install. So how do you accept the license agreement? By clicking next. Now on this page, select the components you want to be installed. So there is an option here. If you click on this drop down here, you can either do a full installation. This will install all the components, or you can do a compact installation. So if I choose compact, it will install those two there, but you can add others to make it custom. Okay, if I change that to custom, then I can select the components that I want, but I'm going to choose full and I'll click next because I want all the options. Then on here you can check this if you want to have a desktop shortcut. I don't want a desktop shortcut, so I'll just click next. This page here will give a summary of all the options that you have selected, and if you're happy with, you are ready to click install. Okay, so now it is installing. I'm going to pause and I'll be back. So now it's finished installing, and just click finish. So now we're going to open our freshly installed image editor. Okay, so when you open the system, you have to set up a few preferences, which I'm going to show you now. So before you start using, we're going to get some system preferences. So go to edit preferences, then you will get to this preference page. So we're interested in the interface and the theme and the icon theme. Okay, on the theme, the default theme is this dark theme. This is the default theme, and the default icon theme is this one. Okay, so do you see it's dark and the icons there are very light and monochrome? So I normally, this is what I want, but this is a personal preference. You don't have to do this, because as you can see, this is the dark one, this is a gray theme, this is a light theme, so you can choose which one suits you. Okay, I'm going to put the gray one. Then on the icon theme, you can choose color, You see, they are more colorful. For me, it's easier to see and identify the various tools if I've got color. Or you can use legacy. For those people that have been using Gimp for a long time, these are the original icon sets, so you can use the legacy one. Then there's also the symbolic. As you can see, it's a monochrome, so I'm gonna leave it legacy. Okay, then the other thing that is very important is this toolbox. If you go to the toolbox, sometimes you'll see that they will be arranged in groups. I normally just want to see all the tools, so for you to do that, because by default this use tool groups is checked, so just remove that check mark, then you get all the tools there without them being grouped. If I group them, I'll show you what happens. See, then they're in groups, so if you want, you can click there on this group, you can click there. It's not user friendly, so just remove that and click OK. Okay, so that's all you need to do, and everything is ready for you to start using your system. Thank you for watching, and please share, like, subscribe, and cheers.